Hello, everybody. It is myself and Comics here today with another indie interview for you guys. Today we have Chris from Homebrewed Comics. Welcome, Chris, again.
Thank you for having me back.
Yes, always wonderful to have you back. Uh, we have some new audiences here today. Hello, Dead Guy. Hello, Blizanity. Give a brief introduction of yourself.
I am Chris from Homebrewed Comics. I am the publisher of Crit, Caspian Porter, Bigfoot Nose Karate, and Celestial Knight. And I am also the creator, artist, writer, everything for the comic book Crit.
And is CRIT an acronym for something, or is it just the name?
Oh, it's an acronym for constantly running into trouble.
Just like me.
Yeah, so the entire comic is based on a D&D campaign, a modern D&D campaign that I homebrewed with my friends. And we just had so much fun playing that I started drawing one day and turned it into a comic book, and now we're 9 issues in.
Yes. And I believe I had you for issue 8 or 7 last time.
Yep. Last time was
Mhm.
7, which just
And
shipped and got into everyone's hands.
yay. And yes, D&D based. Yeah, you already guessed it. Just never mind. Yes, I know every time I remember you, I'm like the D&D guy. Yeah.
I can be known for worse things.
No. Because believe it or not, I have an audience that's pretty big on D&D, and I have never done anything D&D really. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Somebody made their own D&D game based on characters from a franchise. And so that's kind of my first experience with D&D, but I know it's a lot more complicated and probably a lot more fun, I guess, when you actually get into it.
I've played a lot of different types of campaigns, like homebrewed campaigns, like Mass Effect. We homebrewed a Mass Effect game once, and that was a lot of fun. Right now, we're doing a Warhammer campaign,
Ooh.
so you can do a lot of stuff with D&D.
It's true. I guess that's why it's so popular. And in comic book shops, magic card shops. I'm thinking about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, well, Magic the Gathering and D&D are very, very close. You know,
Ooh.
they actually cross over. So sometimes you'll see some like you'll see some Magic cards that are based on D&D characters, and you'll see D&D, you know, like characters in the book that are actual Magic the Gathering cards.
Nice. And so this is going to be issue 8
Which is
called
technically issue
Hero.
9 because I did a 0.
Oh,
Yeah, I
8
did.
and 9 respectively.
Yes.
And then it
So,
says, yes,
oh no, go ahead.
you go.
Oh, so this one is, um, it's called "He Who Would Be King." It is the introduction of King Arthur into the Crit universe.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Yes.
And then I see with this one, it's also coming with remastered issues 1 and 5.
Yep. So we're hitting retail this year, and um, it's also the 5-year anniversary of Crit. So I wanted to, bring. I wanted to bring a better representation of issue 1. So I recolored it, and so it's recolored in this. It looks amazing. Just changing the way it was colored really made the whole book pop. I'm very proud of that. And it's a foil cover on this Kickstarter. And then with issue 5, I've never really been happy with the ending of issue 5, just the artwork. A buddy of mine did it, and he even told me he had rushed it when he was doing it. And so, it just wasn't the best representation. So I had Robert Nix. He's remastering the whole thing.
Aw.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you.
And of course, congratulations on the retail.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
that's a big thing. Everybody wants to be in retail. Everybody wants to do it, and it's not the easiest thing to do for indie
Mhm.
comics because we're looked down on, because of Kickstarter. They think that we hit our fan base, with Kickstarter, and that's not really the case. And then you've got a lot of people in the indie world that don't hit an issue 2, and so that creates problems for retailers because they have this shelf space and they push a book and then they never get the next issue of the book.
This is actually very true. I've talked to many indie creators who were like having similar issues and stuff. And then with Kickstarter, like Kickstarter needs to understand that creating fan bases is like it's very long. It's a process that you have to keep building up for years. Like you'll develop get new people, and then other, like, if retailers are interested in that too, like it's not as simple. Like sometimes some people don't even continue after supporting one thing, and they'll just fall off.
Yeah, and that's it like being an indie creator is tough. Indie comics is not for the weak-hearted. I actually just had a conversation today about that. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and you can't have an ego because not everyone's going to like what you do. And when I see a lot of people come out with books and they see a review and they don't like the review, I don't care. Someone took the time to review my book, whether you like it or not. Thank you. What didn't you like about it? Because realistically, everything that happens in this book happened at our table. So if you're not a fan of D&D, I can understand why this might not be appealing to you. But if you play D&D, the stupid antics that happen at a D&D table, and that's everything that's in my book. So,
Mhm.
I always ask people to look at the positive side of everything that comes your way and grow from it, not stop. Because, like I said, indie comics is not nice.
It's not. It also, I will add that it's a mental I won't say that you need to be mentally strong for the indie scene, but it will exhaust you time to time because it's very tough mentally, financially, even emotionally. And then there's just like sometimes a lot of stuff or unnecessary drama behind the scenes, which people consider was just a mainstream media thing with like either Marvel or DC, Scout Comics, etc. But no, it happens a lot on the indie scene too, which kind of sucks. It's a process.
Well, people think that just because you can print a book that it'll sell. That's the one thing. Oh, why do you have to go to Kickstarter? Well, because I have to pay for printing, because I have to pay my colorist. Oh, you don't make a lot of money off the book by itself? No, I don't have the ability just to put it in a store and then go collect a paycheck a week later. Like that's not how this works.
Right.
And people just don't understand it. And it's not like they're wrong. They just don't know how the
It
community
works.
in indie comics works. A lot of people don't even realize that Ninja Turtles was the same way. They made the books and they went down to the comic book store. They put them on the shelf, and then a week later they came back and they wanted to see how many books sold.
Exactly.
They thought out the gate that Ninja Turtles just had distribution and was in all these comic book stores everywhere, and it's like that's not the case. Um, Luckily with the internet and everything we have at our fingertips right now, it's a lot easier for us, but it doesn't mean it's easy.
Exactly. Me and Dead Guy over here, we have a few friends in the indie comic scene, and sometimes they'll update us on what's been going on with their campaigns. And then many times there's that thing where the last day or the last couple of days, sometimes they would see like a big drop in that campaign, like people stopped backing, and I feel bad because sometimes it's me because I'm like, whoops, I won't be able to afford the digital comic, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the next one or get it from the website instead.
Yeah, I mean that's a real thing, especially right now. Um, Luckily, comics like a lot of papers, from the U.S. unless you're using overseas printing. But last time I checked, comic books aren't included in tariffs, so at least that's one positive thing to think about. There is shipping costs, which are expensive. There's creation costs, which are expensive. At least we're not getting hit with another expense.
Oh, then I probably should feel bad for the Canadian uh, comic book creators. I didn't finish it. I saw one video of how that was going to the tariffs were going to affect their stuff, their paper, their printing, and blah blah blah. And I was like,
Oh,
oh,
because they get a lot of stuff from the U.S.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, we're lucky because we have our own paper, and printing it's not cheap, but you can find reliable printers within the U.S. At least that's what we have. We use Comics Wellspring.
Comics Wellspring is great. Mm-hmm. We use American made trees to make our paper.
I'm not familiar with them.
No. I was making a joke on how
I haven't heard
made
of
out of trees, American made trees.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. It's been a long day.
It's okay. Not all of my jokes land, but that's what makes it funny to me. Am I allowed to play
as long as you find them funny? That's what matters.
Thank you. Am I allowed to play the video for your campaign?
Of course, yes, please.
Yay! Also, congratulations on getting funded. Yes.
Thank you. That was exciting to watch.
All right, I'm going to ask for a volume check.
I don't actually hear it on my side. Is it coming through on your side?
No, don't adjust the volume. Okay. Yeah, I see it now. I just went back.
Got it.
Okay. Let me go on my phone. Let's see what the heck did I do? Okay. That few seconds I left, it decided to not work. So let me do that again.
Go figure.
Yeah. I don't have a refresh button that works on my computer. My computer is only 2 years old.
20?
2.
Oh, I thought you said 20.
Let me lower the volume for myself because my eardrums are rupturing. My headphones are too good. Boop. All right, let's try it again. I love the logo.
Thank you. I'm not getting any sound on my end, but it's just a song. I mean, it's not like there's any voices or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's favorite character right here, Samedi.
I can see why.
So we've been live today. We're just at a week.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Only a week.
Yep. We funded in 45 minutes.
Yay. Congrats.
Yeah, very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry. He says it looks like you've been working out.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
He also says, this needs some sound design, brother.
There is a song there. I don't know why it's not playing, but there is a song on it.
There's a song on it?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the song. Wait, did I hear the song? Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Was that the song?
It's like an ambient. I'm not sure. I've listened to it enough. You'd think I'd have it memorized. But no, it's like an ambient, like kind of build up dark tone song.
I asked for a sound check, guys, and you guys didn't tell me. You said it sounded good. I heard the sound, and I'm now realizing that nobody heard it.
Yeah, I had no sound. I just figured on my end it probably didn't play the sound because StreamYard hates me too. So.
Okay, let's see. What the heck did I do? Let me.
The mics do sound good, so that's a positive right there.
Yes, because apparently my sound from my mic has been jank this entire time, and he was helping me with it, and I was like, "Yay!" To share the audio, share a tab or a screen instead. Yeah, dang it, that's why. Yeah. Okay, so now it should be a lot better. Let's play it just to hear what the sound would look like. What it sounds like. Because that's what the song was. Because now it's in my head after hearing it twice.
There we go. Now I hear it.
Yay! Stupid rules from StreamYard.
Got to allow everything.
Exactly. Why do I have to follow the rules? Blah. And then we step into like what it is. Oh, look, we already have all of this. And
then we just crossed the first stretch goal. I'm going to make that update tonight.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. Oh, stop. You got to click here to download issue 0 for free.
Yep.
I did get the last issue number 8.
Awesome.
So I'll be using this for myself.
I hope you like it. My favorite character that comes out in that book is Dr. Rumbato.
Oh, is that a play on Dr. Robotnik?
Yeah, kind of, except he's not mean at all. It started off as Dr. Roomba, but we figured we'd get in trouble for using the name Roomba, so we made him Dr. Rumbato.
Like copyright.
Yep.
Turds. And so
he's a Roomba with a robot body.
I love that. Does it clean?
Yeah, Samedi hates him though.
Yeah,
he cleans and he actually just makes coffee now, which makes him depressed. But he does clean. He cleans and works in the coffee shop.
Just let him do what he wants. But I'll take the coffee.
They should just let him, because he wants to. His whole like purpose that he thinks is to like be a first aid droid and like help people out, and then it turns out they just want him to make coffee, and that makes him really sad.
No, they're turds. And then this is the issue 1 remaster. You said for issue 1 it was just the colors, right? That
yes.
you were doing?
Yep.
I do like how the colors are pop in.
Yeah, it changes my whole art style just by changing the colors. It's kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And then we have issue 2. Is issue 1 remastered and then all the way to the current issue? Are they now all the same colorists?
No. Issue 1, I did the flats, and Nestor Adula did the shading and the effects and everything. Issue 2 was I did the flats, and Cristiano Cruz came in and he did like rendering and shading. Cristiano Cruz colored 3, 4, and 5, and then I did 6 by myself. 7 is Lewis, my cover artist. So it kind of shifts, but everybody has a very similar style. Just Cristiano wasn't available, after issue 5. So I said, well, I'll take it on myself. And I did it. And I really like how 6 came out, but it's a lot of work to do all the art and the coloring and the lettering and the writing and everything else that goes into it. So, Lewis Thomas, who does my couple of my covers, I really like the way he colors. And I said, hey, would you be interested in doing some coloring? And he liked the idea. And now he's stuck.
Stay where you are.
Exactly.
Dead Guy says the coloring is really good. It doesn't feel indie.
I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Then we have number 2. You're really good on the flats.
Thank you.
And then we have issue number 3.
I had no idea what I was doing when I started doing this 5 years ago.
That's what they all say.
I was like, well, I'm just going to figure it out as I go.
Exactly. And I'm glad you continue. Did you continue?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still doing all the artwork.
Yay.
I don't do colors as much just because I want to be able to do more books. So, but, I work really hard on upgrading my art style a little bit in each book because I like to learn new tricks and everything, perspectives.
Nice. As an artist should. Mm-hmm. But of course, not to the point of exhaustion. Always take your time.
Yeah. Exhaustion.
Relaxing. What's that?
Right.
And then, is this the number 5 remastered one? Like the colors and stuff is staying the same, right? No.
Yep. You'll see. Just in a bit, I actually have some sample pages from 5. So I compare the pages to each other as we get down. I have a 2020 original and then the remaster.
Cool. Purple. I like purple. And it's the kitty.
Oh yeah. He's enjoying himself right now watching this guy get toasted.
Heck yeah. Toast is an amazing part of the day for breakfast.
Then I colored this book.
Ooh. Your colors are really nice too.
Thank you.
I will say the lettering. Is this the robot?
No, that's the evil robot.
I do like the lettering on the robot here.
Thank you.
And his lettering. I love the little purplish pink, like a fuchsia color.
Because when his powers are on, like flame will come out of his eyes and his mouth and everything. So that's why he wears a mask. Is because people would get scared of a guy that breathes fire.
Here, heat up my marshmallow, please.
Yep.
And we'll be best friends. Yeah. Then we got issue 6. And then this is issue 7. Oh, Dr. Rumbato. There he is. He's adorable. Oh my gosh.
Right.
So I'm thinking plushie, but that's going to be a lot of money.
I did it for the cat. It was about $1,600 for 100 of them.
My gosh. And then there's an owl with a chameleon as a pet.
He's consoling the chameleon because the chameleon got really scared by by Rumbato because he just kind of busts in the scene.
Oh, and the chameleon has a hat.
Yep.
He's so cute. Chameleons are awesome. And then we have the squad over here. Oh, those nice purple shoes. And then we got this part. Are these bombs?
No, they're little goblin bots.
Ooh. I love the purple and the green combo. Reminds me of Green Goblin.
Yeah, they're inspired by Green Goblin and goblins from Labyrinth.
Ooh, I still have to see that movie. I know it's a classic.
You haven't seen Labyrinth? We should just had a show where we watch Labyrinth. It's such a good movie.
I know, it's on my list. I don't know. As a child, the cover always scared me.
I can see that.
I thought the cover was a woman.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I felt so bad after I found out it was this famous guy, and I forgot his name. Oh
David
no.
Bowie?
Yeah. I keep thinking of Bowels, and I'm like, no, that's not it.
No, David Bowie.
And then we have the back issues. Oh, there's
Hmm.
the trade paperback of 1 through 5. The trade
Yep.
paperback will not have the remastered, right?
No, that is
Mhm.
the original. Now, I may go back and change that after I run out of these trade paperbacks, but I'm not sure yet. I want issue 1 is getting released in retail fourth quarter. So after I think it's made its cycle through, we'll go back and rebrand the trade paperback.
Ooh, cool, 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 cool. And then we have, like you said, the foil remastered one,
Mm-hmm.
and then remastered number 5. It's not foil, right?
They're both going to be foil. I didn't
Foil.
list them, but yes, they're both going to be foil.
Cute. Why did you choose foil instead of regular?
Because it's like a special release.
Mm.
Kind of people already have issue 1. I wanted to make this kind of a big deal. And when it goes to retail, it won't be a foil anymore. That'll be, because cost. But I wanted the people who, you who picked this up in the Kickstarter, I want them to get like a special edition of this.
Nice. And then we got the issue 1 bundle, which I believe it's like uh not alternatives, variant covers.
Yes. So all
Nice.
those issue 1s right there, that's for everything homebrewed. So you get Celestial Knight, Bigfoot Nose Karate, Caspian Porter, and Crit One.
I want the kitty shot glass. I don't even drink alcohol.
So they're actually whiskey glasses. You can't call them rock. You can't say whiskey glasses. You have to say rock glasses because I don't know why, but yeah. So they're a bit bigger than a shot glass. But this is the first set. On next Kickstarter, I'm going to do another set of 5 as well, with the other characters.
Did they find whiskey is not like child friendly on Kickstarter or something like that?
All my research pointed to yes. I would have to have a disclaimer, and I didn't really want to do that. So,
But people are allowed to put 18 plus stuff on here.
yep. But apparently, having alcohol is a bad no.
They're turds. I tell you. Oh, you got shirts. I almost said it in Spanish by accident. Camisas.
Yeah, this is the first time I've done a white and a black variant, because I was making the T-shirt and I did a white. I just chose white first, and I was like, "Wow, I really like how that pops." But it's indie comics; you got to have a black T-shirt too.
It's
Yes,
true.
we can
I'm the
put
one
Kool-Aid
who
in the. We can
laughed.
put Kool-Aid in them.
Bank. Do you want it now or do you want to wait 3 days? Okay. You go.
Oh, I
Bye.
failed.
Love you. Okay.
What is that?
No.
The bathroom. The running water.
Go check the bathroom, please. Call me if there's anything.
It's the TV.
Oh, hello. I'm back.
And so at the end here, you'll see we have a special thing going on for all the homebrewed Kickstarters that are launching in the next couple months.
Ooh.
So we've got Homebrewed Zero that's going to hit. And how it works is every Kickstarter. So mine is going right now. Next week, Bigfoot launches. And then June 21st, Caspian and Celestial Knight launch. And so every physical copy will come with a coupon. And in the coupon, it'll have 3 digits for each book. You go to our website, you'll put all 9 digits together, and you'll fill out a form for Homebrewed Zero, and you'll be able to get in on all original content. So it's about 30 pages of original content from me, Dan, Dennis, and Drew, as well as our cover artist, Mo Lubison. So we're all writing 6-page short stories to go into this book. It'll be a foil as well. And like mine is called Caffeinated Critters. It is all the animals a day in the coffee shop with them. And I'm drawing it. My daughter's coloring it because my daughter is a phenomenal artist. and she has the summer off. So I told her I'm going to put her to work and make her color a book. And she
Yay.
absolutely loved the idea.
We love it when family sticks together to help with comic books.
She has been bugging me for a while about, doing some art. And I was like, hey, would you want to color some of my work? And she was just like, yes, when can we start?
So excited. So we have a chance to get 3 coupons, which you put together, put it on the website, get exclusive content.
Yep. It's all exclusive. And if you miss one of the Kickstarters, if you miss mine, for instance, Dan will have mine, issue 8 on his Kickstarter as an add-on. And then same with Celestial Knight and Caspian Porter. They'll have me and Dan's books on theirs. So that way you can get a hold of all the coupons and get that Homebrewed Zero.
So is BFKK3 and CK versus CP, are all of those still connecting the story, or is it they're completely separate?
They are separate stories. So Bigfoot Knows Karate, BFKK, is a book by Dan Price, and Celestial Knight is a book by Dennis Valencia. Caspian Porter is a book by Drew. He used to use Snowy Works as his title. And in January, we all combined into Homebrewed Comics. So I'm now publishing all their books. None of them are tied to Crit. They're all individual titles. But if you do like Crit, you will like those titles. They're all really good titles. Bigfoot Knows Karate kind of is a self-explanatory title. It's, Bigfoot running around, and he fights a lot of cryptids like Kung Fu Thulu or Chupacabra with a shotgun. And then you've got Celestial Knight, which is a traditional superhero story with magical and sci-fi elements. In the first book, he pretty much gets his powers and fights a big giant kaiju in the center of New York. That's a fun like superhero cape book. And then Caspian Porter is a like high science fiction. How do I put this? I describe Caspian Porter as like watching Han Solo mixed with John from The Fifth Element, and they're essentially like space Amazon delivery guys. They're always going out on these deliveries, and everything goes wrong, and they screw everything up. And every book is like, he's the worst at his job, and he's totally okay with it.
Sounds like every DoorDasher I've had.
Right. It's space DoorDash with a bunch of sci-fi elements that ends in a lot of chaos.
That sounds like a lot of fun for all of these. If Bigfoot can know karate, so can you. Have you seen those legs he has?
Exactly.
It's terrible.
If he can kick high, there is hope.
Exactly. And then, are these the...
Yep.
Is this all of you? Is it right here?
That's me, Dan in the center, and then Dennis Valencia on the right. The guy on the top left, that's Drew with his big beard. But that's the crew right there.
Nice. And then all of these under here, I'm guessing, are fans?
No, it's all just different shots of us together at different cons, because we've done. Me, Dan, and and Dennis have done a lot of cons together. Drew, he has yet to do a con with us. We're trying to get him into one either this year or next year.
Force him in, strap him onto your bag,
right,
and just go through the airport that way.
Pretty much, that's the goal.
Yay!
Kidnap him and make him go.
Hopefully he does. Cons are like a lot of fun if you're actually able to go. And we go all the way down. Stop moving. And then, of course, Comics Wellspring, printed in the USA.
Yep.
And then, you were already funded, so there's not really a lot of risk or challenges, and you pretty much deliver pretty well compared to a lot of other people who do Kickstarter.
Yeah, my last book, we had a little bit of a delay, and I was pretty transparent with the backers. The day I launched the campaign, my wife asked for a divorce, and that, put put a little wrench in the cog of everything going on. I had to find a new place to live, and in the meantime, I had nowhere to draw. So there's about a month and a half that I really couldn't even work on the book. And then, life just, if anybody's ever been through a divorce, it's not the easiest thing. And then depression hits, and I'd be staring at my iPad trying to draw, and I just couldn't do it. So I was about 2 months behind on the art, which put me in the end almost 3 months behind, because then I had my colorist that needed to catch up. It was just a mess. But I appreciated everyone sticking through with me, and I did send all those books out. So now everybody has their stuff. This is my 6th Kickstarter campaign, but my 10th crowdfunding campaign. And so if I have successfully fulfilled 9 of them, I'm pretty sure we're fine on this one.
Dead Guy says, I hear all that.
Yeah.
I may not be married and divorced, but I know a lot of indie comic creators that went through the same thing, sometimes during a campaign too. So I'm sorry that you had to go through that, especially during something that's supposed to be, very a busy part in your life that you love to do.
Luckily, we're still friends, and life is good now. It was just really, it was a bunch of chaos for quite a long time. So, now I've got a lot of good stuff going on. So there's not going to be any issues. I've already started on this book. We're crushing ground on this thing. I don't work in the summer because I work in taxes. So, from now until mid-September, I'm not really doing much of anything. So I'll be drawing, and I won a free trip to Cabo this year. So I'll sit in Mexico and draw by the pool. So this book will be done. We're shipping all 3 campaigns in October. That's the goal. We want to fulfill all of our Kickstarter campaigns at the same time.
Nice. Dead Guy says, way too persevere, bro. I had to read that 3 times because I realized persevere was misspelled.
Yep.
Wait, is it misspelled?
Persevere. I don't know. It's late in the day for me, and I don't have Google in front of me.
But is it not 7:40 for you?
It is 7:40, but I have also been up since 6:40, so I'm on hour 13.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I drive my daughter. I have to drive to my daughter, which is a 30-minute drive, to drive her 15 minutes to school and get her ready for school, because that's the agreement we have worked out. So I get to get up early every day and take my kid to school, although I do get to, spend that time with her and watch her put makeup on in my car, which is a whole brand new thing this year, which I was not expecting, but here we are.
Yay, new experiences.
Yes. I'm happy for her, though. She's loving life, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm. And is she in, you said, wait, is she an adult or in college, or?
No,
both?
She's 15. She's 15. Although she acts like an adult sometimes. She's, freshman year of high school. She got exempt from every exam because she's a straight A student in all honors classes. And she's in orchestra. She's in chorus. She's doing all this crazy stuff with her art. And she collects jumping spiders now. So,
ooh,
I've got a very interesting little 15-year-old.
Nice. I always feel so happy that somebody can go near spiders and not be afraid.
She caught one off of a tree.
No.
Like, just caught it, and she knew what it was, so she put it in a little tank, and she feeds it and takes care of it, and I
don't even have arachnophobia, but spiders are not my favorite thing. I remember holding a tarantula once. That was an experience.
Yeah, I don't like them either, but like I told her this morning, it's not about me, it's about her. If it makes her happy, that's awesome. I don't have to take care of it. So
she collects hellspawn.
Yes. Yes.
He does not like spiders at all.
I'm not a fan either.
I'm like, as long as you do your job, eat the bugs in the corner, don't get into my bed, please.
Exactly.
And
So
then I'm actually really surprised for the the available rewards that a collector one usually is on the bottom, but this one's on the very top. And then they
yes,
wanted this star thing, which is new.
yeah. So now you can have a featured item,
Ooh.
and I figure this is a good one for $50. You're getting all 4 of the covers plus the issue 1 remaster and a foil edition. So you're getting 3 foil covers, because the wraparound cover is a foil, the
Mhm.
deluxe is a foil, and then you get 2 standard copies, and you'll also get issue 1 as a foil. So you're getting a good bang for your buck. Plus, you're getting the 4 mini prints. So I always do like mini posters with every campaign,
Mhm.
and you get the digital deluxe PDF. So I send those out the same day I send the book to the printer. I send the PDF out that way. I got a lot of feedback in the beginning that people read the PDF and then they put the book on the shelf. So I figure this is a really good way to get people reading the book before it gets there. And then, some people do like to read the physical, like Dennis. When he read issue 2, I remember this years ago, he called me, he said, I need to buy another issue 2 from you. And I'm like, why? He goes, I got halfway through the book and I made my own advertisement in the middle of the book. And it's actually part of the story where they cut away to an ad, like a, product placement. And there's a big joke in there. And he's like, I was laughing so hard, I just threw the comic and now I want another one. So like, I love getting that feedback from people who actually read the comics. I get pictures sometimes of people that will send me a picture of their kid and they're reading the book. And I'm just, that's what I'm in it for is, I love knowing that the adults can get into it, but knowing that, the younger generation is reading comic books is really good.
This is very true. I always love that people are either reading comics at a young age or wanting to start their own comic at a very young age. And when I say young, I mean some people like as young as around 50 years old.
I mean, you can get into comics at any point in time. I think it was Stan Lee got into comics when he was like in his 40s. So
Yeah,
where there's a will,
exactly.
there's a way, you know?
Hmm. Yay, keep making comics, everybody. Ah, now. Ah,
Yeah, we just
okay,
got rewards. And I
here we
put
go.
everything in here. You have digital copies. I keep digital copies, relatively cheap. And they always come with any of the digital stretch goals, like backgrounds for your phone, stuff like that. And this is really good for like overseas because shipping is very expensive. It's not cheap. And so until we can get international shipping, which I will say this, anybody that is interested in international and wants to save a little bit on shipping, we are in Amazon and we're on Barnes & Noble and Walmart internationally. So that is an option if you'd like to get into Crit. Now it's only, volume 1. So it's not the entire series, but at least if you're new to the book and you want to check it out, you can do that. But we have if you scroll down, there's also the digital deluxe. So with the digital deluxe, I do add some extra artwork like sketches and things, or like in this, you're going to get my initial design for King Arthur. And then I do, the standard A cover, B cover, so on and so forth.
Nice. Was it $3 last time too?
Yep. I've kept them at $3 the entire time I've been doing comics.
No wonder I had it. Like I was surprised that I even got a digital version. To be honest, I was like, "Wait, I had enough money to get the digital?" And then I'm like, "Oh, frick! Yeah, $3. I'm rich. I got it this time! Yay!" Oh, question for the
Yes.
collector.
Mm-hmm.
I know the one remaster is on there, but why not the 5th remaster?
So this is the 5th year anniversary of issue 1.
Mhm.
So that's why I wanted to end there. And issue 5, it's just the last 12 pages. So it is an add-on if you want to get that. But issue 1 in the foil, that's originally I was just going to have like an Indiegogo for it before we pushed the Kickstarter up. And that one, it's actually really, so issue 1 is really special to me. It's the only book I've ever done my own cover. So that the cover of issue 1 is the only one, like I said, that I've ever drawn. Probably one of the only covers I'll ever do, because every time I say I'm going to do a cover, I don't. And the remastered colors, like I said, you're getting it before it goes to retail in fourth quarter this year. And it's also got, a link to all the digital PDFs that we have. So with it being the 5th anniversary and being so, like, honestly, issue 1 being so near and dear to me, that's why I wanted to put it in the collectors. Issue 5 is still relatively new, and I wasn't sure if people wanted to just get one with the new artwork yet. So it's an add-on if anybody does want to add that.
Ah, nice.
In fact, everything is an add-on. You can add anything you want. You can literally buy the basic cover A and then add whatever you want onto it, including the metal cover. So I do have one that's printed on aluminum.
Nice.
Because I'm a 90s kid and I love, gimmicky covers like that. And who doesn't want a piece of metal in their collection?
It's true. Which links aren't working? Dead guys. Okay, do you mean this one? Because
you
sometimes
can also go to homebrewedcomics.com, and they're right on the landing page is the campaign.
Let me go all the way down. None of the Kickstarters. Did I? No, that's my YouTube.
Hold on.
Oh.
Let me look on my website too to make sure.
It'd be really funny if it was just you, dead guy. Could be my VPN. Maybe try this one and see if it works. Because I don't think VPNs would stop you going from Kickstarter, to be honest.
I don't believe so.
I could say the problem is you, just so the problem can be you. Nope. Did you try disabling the VPN already? Have you tried going back out and going back in, log out, logging back in? I can also go on my phone. Let me go.
I'm gonna comment in here. And then see if those go.
It's working for me. I'm on my phone and it's working for me.
I'm on a desktop, so hopefully one of those links work.
I can also check on desktop. Okay. The link I put in the description is not a good link. So I'll have to edit that. But
okay.
The website, working no problem.
hbhcomics.com, that'll work too.
Mm-hmm. He said it's cool, he'll figure it out. Yep. I really hate that Kickstarter gives you smaller links, but at least make the links work, because I've actually been on other people's interviews where they have the shortened link and the link does not work sometimes. And I'm just like, I'm sorry.
That's why I just put it on the webpage, because it's easy just to say go to homebrewedcomics.com,
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot easier, because especially with my dad, I don't want to go to I don't want to type in all this stuff. Can you just send me a link to your website? Yes, Dad. There you go.
For me, I gotta help my people with the short attention spans. Here you go. Here's the Kickstarter. I know you don't want to look at the website because you're a bunch of losers. I'm just kidding. I love you guys, and the ones who are lurking. I love you too. Oh, what's the difference between? Wait. Okay. Oh, what's the difference between the regular digital and the deluxe digital?
Digital deluxe comes with additional art, like some of the sketch pages that I've done, the designs of the characters, the sword, things like that. So I'll put, behind the scenes content in there for people that just like to see that stuff. Because me personally, when I get like a deluxe, I'm like, oh, that's what the design was, or that's like sometimes I'll have to design something 2 or 3 times, and I'll put some of the original designs in there as well, so people can see what Boulder looked like before the final rendition. I think he went through like 8 different suits before he finalized him. Caliber had 2 or 3. Spectre always wanted just 1. So, but I'll put those in there, the digital deluxe, and show off some of the other stuff that we like, the what could have beens, you know?
Mm-hmm. Are your flats in there, or are they also colored?
No, those that what they're grayscaled if I put pages in there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. I love grayscales. Grayscales, let's go. And then we got the physical for $8 by Robert Nix. Where's the physical always $8 too? You muted yourself.
Wow. Yeah. So physicals have always been $8, and they come with a digital PDF as well, and any additional physical stretch goals that we get. So we just unlocked stickers. So for $8, you get the book, the PDF, mini posters, and stickers.
Nice. And I should not have said you muted yourself, because sometimes Kickstarter will mute me and take me out for literally no reason at all.
Oh, I probably did. I have a touchscreen, and I'm pretty close to it, so I probably like hit it with my knuckle because I talk with my hands.
I do too, but I'm not on camera. Haha, you will not see me nodding my head every time you talk, as if you can actually see me. I just had anxiety and I was cold, and I said, no camera today.
I don't blame you. Sometimes I'm like, man, I do not want to get on camera today.
Mm-hmm. Which is why on my stream, I never have a problem when people don't want to turn on the camera. It is always optional, especially if you don't feel purdy. And then for variant covers, they're the same as the originals. Nice.
Yep. So I have standard A and standard B. This one's by Mo Lubison. I absolutely love this cover. It just looks so brutal. And again, still comes with all the the digital download, the mini posters, and the stickers.
Ooh, nice. Do you ever feel like you're ever underselling your digital or physicals?
Yes and no. I see other creators selling for more, but I draw my own books, and I would rather sell at a lower price point and make less money and have more people have access to the book than sell it for $10 to $12 by itself just for a standard copy. That's just me. It's my thought process. My foils are more expensive because they cost more to print. So if you're looking for like a premium, then I do the 2 premium books. But I always have a cover A and cover B that are just standard $8. I don't like to use my own wallet as an example, but I have a limit for myself too, so you figure with shipping, it's going to be about $15 for a comic book. And my thought process is, yeah, it's Kickstarter, and yes, we know we're paying a premium because we're getting premium paper and all that junk too. But you can go to the store and pick up Batman, Spider-Man, one of those books for $5 or $6. Why are you going to spend, $8 on Crit? Given generally I put 24 pages on there, but it ends up being 26 to 28 pages. So you get a bigger book in the end anyway, because by the time I'm done with it, I've stretched it out. But
and no ads.
No ads. But the big thing to me is just making everything accessible, because I want as many people to read the book. I don't really, although I do like to make money and be able to pay for the next book at the end of the day, as long as it's funded and my colorist gets paid and the printing gets paid, then we're good. I'm all about, servicing the reader, not servicing my wallet.
Right. Nice. And then $15 for a deluxe foil cover.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Deluxe foil. Yay.
So the deluxe foil, it is by Matthew Weldon. I love this one. It's like the defeat of King Arthur. He's, beaten down. and that one is a foil as well, and will come with the digital deluxe. And this one comes with 4 extra additional bonus art pages, so you'll get, like I said, some of the sketch work and some of the behind the scenes stuff in that book too.
Is the remastered issue also in digital format?
It will be, yes, and that will
Ooh.
go out to all the backers. So at the end, you'll get a copy. Any digital backer will get the digital copy to go along with it as well.
For free?
If you've backed the physical, yes.
Makes sense. Yes. And then we have the digital downloads of issues 1 through 7 for $20, which is 285 pages. It's a catch up.
Yep. So that is 9 issues for $20.
Oh, right. And that's pretty cheap too. And then we have the limited edition wraparound foil cover physical copy. I can speak today.
Yeah. So with the digital deluxe, it works out to be a little bit more than like $2 a book. So you save, a little bit of money there and getting all of them. You can do the digital deluxe and then do add-ons too if you want. But this one, the limited wraparound, it is there's only 50 of them that I'm going to be printing, and that is a wraparound cover. Thiago Silva, his artwork is very reminiscent of Joe, and it's if you look at the actual image for at the top of the Kickstarter, that is the cover. It's absolutely beautiful. Shows a little bit of Merlin. Shows another mysterious knight in the background as well. So much to scroll through.
I just realized it probably won't show because I showed the video.
So if you scroll down, though, you can scroll down because I have all the covers listed too. So if you scroll down just a little bit on the Kickstarter. I'm very wordy on my Kickstarter, so no one has any questions. So there's the cover A, there's cover B, and there's your first foil, and then the next one is going to be that wraparound right there.
There we go. What's a wraparound, by the way?
So it's the front and the back.
Oh, so like if you were to open it like behind, it would be connecting.
Yep.
Ooh. Nice.
And if you scroll down, you'll see the metal cover, which is in the it is an add-on, and that is, my colorist is also an artist, and I love his art, and so Lewis drew that up, and
very nice.
That is the metal cover. So it's an add-on, and it's in the top tier.
I actually really like that there's so much metal, and it's the metal cover.
Yes. When I told him he was going to do the metal cover, he's like, "Oh, I have to make this pop."
Actually, have indie creators do metal covers before? I know they've done metal bookmarks, metal prints.
I don't know.
Metal cover?
This is my third one.
Huh. Is it difficult to open? Does it feel sharp?
No, it is a very easy read, and honestly, these also get printed on like the premium paper, so they just look beautiful.
So I'm just like imagining myself opening a metal cover, but then the paper is soft, not made out of metal.
No.
And then you close it, and it's another metal, and the metal is shaped like a book, like welded or something like that into a.
No, so what they do is they print it on this thick aluminum, and then they take that and they have an adhesive that they put on the front of the book. So when you open it, it just goes into a comic.
Oh, very nice. What's this? Oh, that's the wraparound. And then we have the $100 Deluxe Collector 8, which includes 8 covers, issue 1 remaster, issue 5 remaster, exclusive t-shirt, black or white.
Yep.
And then the digital deluxe download.
Yep, that one has just about everything in the campaign. 1, 5, and then all 4 covers, the t-shirt, downloads. And when I send out the survey, you can choose black or white on your shirt as well.
Nice. And I completely forgot because StreamYard did so much stuff that's different now. If you guys are enjoying this content, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here and interested and like what I'm doing, you can press the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification, or you're going to be a turd. I don't really make the rules. This is YouTube's rules. They said to subscribe. So that's what you should totally do. Ooh, we got a metal collector.
Yep. So that has everything in the Kickstarter. You get the glasses, you get the shirt, you get the metal cover, you get all the other 4 covers, you get issue 5, issue 1, everything in there.
Can I have a metal shirt?
I'm not sure how they would do that, but I'm sure someone has figured out how to put metal on a t-shirt without it falling off easily.
For me, the washing and drying would be the issue. Or you want just spray some sort of cleanser and then just use a paper towel and go.
You'd have to hand wash it.
Smash like and subscribe, or I'm coming for you, bub. Sneak. A Pantera shirt count? What is that a reference? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. That's a good question. I like Pantera, but I don't get the reference, unfortunately. Oh, as a metal shirt. I get it now. I get it. That went right over my head. Yes, it counts because Pantera is very metal.
Of course. We were fools. Oh, and then they have an all gone section now for. Oh, there was an early bird 65.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I was going to afford it anyway, so I shouldn't be disappointed.
Yeah, that had had a whole bunch of stuff in there. I always do the early bird. It saves you a bit of money. It's a bonus to the people that get in on the campaign early.
Nice. Oh, and that's it. That's all gone. Beep, beep, beep.
That's everything.
Awesome.
With the inclusion of add-ons now, I've started to kind of cut down on the amount of bundles that I build, and that way people can kind of go in and customize everything that they want.
Cool. I like customization. It's super fun.
Yeah, we're right at 150% funded in right at a week, so I can't complain about that. We're doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we just crossed the first stretch goal mark, so I'm going to make an update tonight, let everybody know that everyone will be getting the first stretch goal, which I got to make sure I'm right on this. I think it was stickers, and after stickers, we have, So we've unlocked the mini poster pack. That's what it is. So mini poster pack will get added to all physical rewards. Next one is the behind the scenes concept art and designs added to all the comics. And then we're going to do, I just got the artist to start working on the collector card. So I'm doing one for the sword and one for King Arthur. And I may throw a third one in there for Merlin if I feel like the design is solid enough. And then at 4,500, we're doing a director's commentary. So I get the whole crew that plays D&D together, and we're going to do a commentary about the book. And then if we hit 5,000, we're going to do spot foil on all the A and B covers. So the logo will be foiled.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
If we do hit that goal, I would totally promote the freaking D&D get together and talking about the project.
Yeah, I'm really stoked to get I'm hoping we hit it because I want to get my friends together just so we can talk about the campaign and give everybody a chance to really see the individual personalities of my players, because they don't jump on and do Instagram or anything like that much. So it'd be really cool to get them all together.
Nice. Get an excuse. That's the excuse.
So get them to be social.
Better make that 5,000. No, I'm sorry. Audience, you better make sure he gets that 5,000 so he can hang out with his friends.
Yes.
And talk to you guys for fun.
If I can't hang out with my friends, it's your fault.
Exactly. And this has been another wonderful time with Chris. Hope to have him back on for more awesome crit. And we'll be seeing you guys next time. And while we were talking, I just edited the video. So you should now have a Kickstarter link that works, but also your website, which always worked. Huzzah! And the link was all of those links are in the description. So if you guys have any questions, blah 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 blah, blah and because I forgot what I was gonna say, so I forgot. Do you also have social media besides your website, or no?
Yeah, I use a lot of Instagram. So Homebrewed Comics on Instagram. You can find everything right there.
Ah, I forgot to tag you. No.
Oh, it's
I
fine.
knew I
If they
forgot.
go to the website, they can find the Instagram. It's right there.
It's true. Everything is on his website. Huzzah. So we're going to see you guys next time. And make sure you guys have a nice day today.
Yes.
Check it out again. Thank you, dead guy. Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thanks, everybody.